yesterday on Friday. I was I just completely forgot that I shouldn't make any reservation for my self-realization temple in the Palisades here in Los Angeles. And I made a reservation. On the top of that, I had a client that I invited to the temple because she needed some guidance and she needed somebody to talk to. And we need people like these days a lot because we are overwhelmed with the life that is being developing in front of us for the past probably 6 years. I call it since the COVID because things has changed a lot. So a little bit about myself. I am award-winning singer, songwriter, award-winning filmmaker. I was just awarded from Bollywood with award that it's on a wall of fame in India, and I'm so honored about that. As well as I have written 7 books that you can find it on Amazon. There are different type of books. There are mystery books, criminal books, ghost books, code books. At the same time, I also published a book with poems that it has to do with my life. I decided to express myself in poems this time, and you can find it on Amazon, as well as I have 2 transformational and empowering books. The first one is The Journey of Transformation that Google told me it's one of the 500 most inspirational and motivational books in the world. And I would love for you to get a copy, as well as my book, The Light Within, which is a book that is going to help you discover yourself, empower yourself, full of quizzes, questions that are going to help you transform your life. At the same time, find out about your gifts, who you are, how to implement them in your life, and how to make your life based on the gifts given to you at birth, because we are all given gifts at birth, and we need to take time for ourselves to discover that we have them. A lot of people are so preoccupied with the matrix, working 9 to 5, being unhappy and not knowing why. And these books are going to answer all the questions that you have, because the society, the way is constructed, it's around being the same person like everybody else. And let's not forget the fact that we are not coming from factory. We are all unique, beautiful, amazing, and not perfect human beings. Not perfect. Nobody is perfect. And we need to find out who we are, why we are here, what kind of a gifts makes us who we are, and how to make our life amazing, because there is only one life. My website is diannabellerose.com. You can go and read about me, find my books, as well as my paintings. I paint also, I do a lot of stuff. And I have been singing all over Los Angeles. I sang at the Viper Room 16 times. And I'm going to be singing in Las Vegas on August 8th, as well as I decided to see what else I can do. And I created a yoga collection, Victoria's Yoga Collection. And you can find out about my collection, my interview I did 2 weeks ago with Watina Manana on Instagram, Victoria's Yoga Collection. Follow me, let me know what you think about my adventure in creating yoga wear for women and men also. So, anyway, today I want to talk about self awareness, because self awareness is very important for your future and for the future of everybody else in this world. And why is this very important? Because if we are aware of our actions, we are not going to create the world full of shambles, the one we are living at the moment. We need to be aware of who we are. We need to be aware of our actions every day when it comes to interacting with other people, interacting with animals, interacting with the world. And this is going to make a huge difference because we are going to start operating from love in every step we take, every action we take, every decision we take every single day. Because every single day we interact with people, we interact with the world, with the nature surrounding us. And lately, there are so many encounters with animals also. And we need to make sure that we know how to cohabit and how to react in any situation when it comes to um, meeting animals too. I'm huge animal lover. I can tell you that. And I had been featured in New York Times saving dogs from China. And the link is in my bio. If you go to Dianna Bellerose music _8 on Instagram, you're gonna be able to click on my link tree and learn about what I had been doing when it comes to the dogs from China and what they wrote about me. I also fostered a dog from China for a while, and I love dogs. I love animals so much. I have been having a lot of encounters with coyotes here, also in Los Angeles, and the way I am interacting with these animals is showing them respect, and they respect me back. And I know that these animals have the same right to be on this earth like we do as a humans. So we need to learn the right way of interaction with them in any situation. And that's why we need to learn how to practice self-awareness. It's really important. It's really important to be aware of our actions every single day, as well as we have to be aware of our interactions. Too many girls to talk now here, sadly. Okay. So anyway, I don't appreciate comments here who are not very nice, who are at the same time showing that the world we live in needs a lot of love and it needs a lot of compassion and needs a lot of kindness. And being dark, disrespectful person, it's not the way you should interact with other people. If you don't know how to interact with other people, you should stay from the media places and you should find something better to do with your life because what are you sending today goes back to you. You need to know that. This is for the person that is very, very disrespectful here. So, anyway, I forgive you and I hope you find peace in your life and I hope you practice self awareness in the way you are interacting with other people. At the same time, to the people who are being rude, I can tell you that you don't love yourself at all. You think you love yourself, but you don't. Because if you love yourself, you're not going to put yourself in a position where you're going to be disrespectful. And it shows a lot about who you are as a person. And we need people who are loving, who are kind, who know how to interact with other people at the same time how to interact with themselves. Because usually people who have unhealed drama from their childhood, people who have never been treated in a good way, given love and affection they need. If you read about psychology and the earliest theory of Freud, you will be able to understand what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry you haven't been raised the right way and you interacting in the most hurtful and disrespectful way with yourself and with the people around you, at the same time leaving really disrespectful comments and showing total disrespect again towards yourself and the people around you. So try to work on yourself, try to practice self awareness every day. Every time you hurting yourself without thinking, it shows that you don't have the skills to practice self awareness, because if you are practice self awareness, you're not gonna put yourself in this position. If you practice self-awareness every day, it's gonna help you create better world for everybody else. At the same time, it's going to be able to create better life for yourself, because how you are presenting yourself in the society, how you are treating yourself every day, actually it sets example how people should treat you in life, because we need polite people, we need kind people, we need nice people, we need we need people who loving themselves, people who are kind and loving towards animals. At the same time, we need people who are kind and loving towards nature, and who are willing to make connection with nature, because this connection from nature creates all of this darkness, creates all of these unnecessary suffering, and creates all of these things we don't want to encounter every day. And we don't want to live in a dark world. Can you imagine being night all day and you don't see the sun, you don't see the blue sky, you don't see the clouds, you don't see any of it? How the world is going to be? We don't want world like that. We want some light, we want some love, and we want some good people, good people who are connected to the earth, who are connected to themselves, who know how to connect to other people, and who know that we as human beings are unique and we are not all the same. We are different, and that's what makes the world go around. And I have been repeating it for a long, long time. And I definitely suggest take off your shoes, walk on the grass for a little bit, um, try to make connection with the earth, try to be at peace, try to stop this chit chat in your head, try to change the environment you're in, because most of the time the environment that people find themselves, it's not very healthy and it's not where you want to be. And this actually shows who you are, because the friends you hanging with, the company you have around, tells a lot about who you are as a person. You need to understand that. It is really, really important to be aware of the company you allow to have around you. It's really imperative for your future, for who you're going to become. If you be able to turn your goal into something that you are going to pursue in your life, and your company sets a tone of who you are as a human being. You need to know that. It doesn't mean that you have to isolate yourself. It doesn't mean you have to live alone. It means that you need to do the necessary inner changes for in order for you to find the right people, the loving people, the inspiring people, the people who are going to help you turn your dreams into reality. And in order to do that, you have to again practice self-awareness. Self-awareness in every situation, and ask the question, is this helping me? Is this adding to my life? Am I where am I supposed to be? Do I have everything what it takes to turn my life around and um, to bring my dreams to fruition. And as well as you can ask the question, where am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to be? And I definitely suggest also, if you live in Los Angeles, go and visit this self-realization temple in Palisades, which is open. The only thing you need to do is make a reservation and go and visit. Yesterday was an eye-opening day for me also, looking at so many people walking, and they were so preoccupied thinking about their life, what they can do to improve it, how they can make it better, how they can turn their dreams into reality, how they can be in peace, and how they can interact with people in the best possible way. Because we need each other. We need each other more than before, and we need to come from love. And going to this temple is gonna help you a lot with your mental health, because mental health is important again for your life, and it's important about your future too, because you don't want to you don't want to be overwhelmed, and you need some peace, some time for yourself. And I definitely again suggest go and visit the Palisades, the temple in the Palisades. And I just want to let you know that commenting on media places with disrespect, gossiping about you people you have never seen in your life, leaving hurtful comments, being disrespectful, it shows that again you have some kind of a issue inside yourself that needs your attention. It is like alarm clock, and you can ask yourself, why am I attacking people who have never done anything wrong to me? Why I'm acting the way I'm acting? Why am I so hurtful? Why I'm so rude to people? Why am I hurting myself? Because you hurting yourself at the same time, because you're attracting more of it. The universe is giving you more of the things that you're doing, and the universe is going to keep you stuck forever in your life if you don't realize that what you're doing is wrong. When it comes to interacting with people, when it comes to interacting with animals, when it comes to interacting with other world, when it comes to interacting with the earth, and how you presenting yourself in the society every day. Simple as it is. So keep this in mind. I'm giving you this information from all of my heart. And I want to see a world where people are living their dreams every day. I want to see a world where people are doing stuff that makes them. I want to see a world full of happiness. I want to see a world where suffering is no more an issue. I want to see a world free of domestic violence also, because domestic violence is something that is being committed by weak individuals who doesn't know how to contain their anger, and it's coming again from their childhood usually, and they need to do the work by asking themselves the question every day, why am I acting the way I'm acting? Why am I hurting the person that I promised to love in my life the way I'm hurting them? Why I don't know how to cope with my anger? Why I am who I am? You need to do that because it's very, very important. Violence is not the answer to anything in life. Violence attracts more violence, as you see when it comes to wars also. It doesn't help, it does the opposite. And we don't need this on this earth, because our Since we are born to be loving, to be kind, to be compassionate, and to be respectful. And again, it comes down to loving ourselves. Because if we love ourselves, we will never respond with violence, hate, gossiping, envy, jealousy, and all of these learned in the society ways of perceiving others and perceiving the world. It is a very, very easy answer to the behavior of other people. Very, very easy. At the same time, we are not going to um, drink alcohol. We are not going to sell drugs. We are not going to use drugs. We are not going to mistreat ourselves because this is mistreatment of ourselves at the same time escaping the reality and fixing the problem, which we all know it's not fixing the problem. It's actually showing total disrespect to ourselves, lack of love. At the same time, we are trying to find the easy way out of our problems by becoming also members of gangs, becoming members of community that is not serving our best interest, that is driven by negativity and is not helping us with um, creating the wife we want to live, and hating people and trying to point fingers at other people because of the way we are acting, the people we have around, and everything else. We need to take responsibility uh, for who we are and the company we are keeping around, as well as the choices we make in life. And again, this comes to self awareness again. We need to be aware of our behavior, who we are. Do we love ourselves? Do we do the right thing? Is this the right decision we are making in this moment? Are the people around us the right people we should have? Are they adding to our life again, or they're subtracting from our life? Is this the kind of life we want to live, or we want to change it? And to change our life, again, we need to practice self awareness. And self awareness is going to help you to change your mind. When you change your mind, you actually is going to change your life. It's so important for your future. And this life is box of chocolates. It depends of you which kind of a chocolate you're going to pick from the box of chocolates. It's up to you, and again goes down to self-awareness. You need to practice this in every day. When it comes to you, what kind of a choices you're going to make for yourself, at the same time, what kind of a behavior you're going to demonstrate every day when you interact with other people, again, when you interact with animals, when you interact in situations where something is going on. And the way you interact in this situation is going to show what kind of a human being you are. And if you're loving yourself, if you are going to interact with violence, hate, envy, jealousy, gossip, it means you don't love yourself. You just need to change all of these and turn it to empathy, turn it to love, kindness, and compassion, and practice humility every day. Every day. Because love is a huge weapon in every situation, and it can open doors you never imagined were possible to be open. And at the same time, it's going to help you become better version of yourself and turn your dreams into reality. And I promise you that, and I can tell you from my experience also, and from the experience of everybody I talk to who have been where you are at the moment and the choices they made, the changes they created, and how they were able to get where they are at the moment, successful, pursuing their dreams, creating a community of people they should have, and how the universe works, and how the universe is bringing the right people in your life and helping you, because you have to help yourself so the universe can help you, God can help you, and whatever you call it, what kind of a religion, where are you coming from, and everything else. I promise you that's exactly how it works when it comes to attracting the right person in your life, when it comes to relationships also. If you keep attracting the same person in your life with the same traits, it means that you need to do some changes. You need to sit down with yourself, have a conversation, and think about the things that you need to change. It's very, very easy until you change yourself, the way you perceive life, the way you interact every day. Things are not gonna start changing. You're gonna be stuck on the hamster wheel. You know how the hamster is running on the wheel, and you're gonna be there. You're gonna be the hamster running on the wheel. I promise you that. I'm giving you this information from all of my heart. Take your time for yourself. Be aware of who you are. Be aware of the choices you make. Be aware of the community that you have around. And make sure that you love yourself and you're the best version as a human being, because this is going to take you to places you never imagined you can be. I love you so much. It's almost 30 minutes, and I wanted to have my books. Please find my books on Amazon, The Light Within and The Journey of Friday. I love you so much. Bye.